friends, and welcome back to She's in Her Apron. I'm really excited to talk to you today about the social media fast that I just did. Some of you that follow me on Instagram know that I went on a 10-day social media fast. I still uploaded to YouTube so you could see my content, but I stayed away from Facebook, I stayed away from Instagram. I have a Twitter account, but I'm never on there. YouTube, I did upload, but I didn't watch any YouTube. Didn't scroll through to see what my friends were up to, and I took a fast. So for my church, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Our President Russell M. Nelson, gave a challenge to the women, but for all in the church. A lot of people are like, why was this just towards women? Anybody could do this. But it was brought up during women's conference. He challenged us to take a 10-day social media fast, and this is what he said.
I invite you to participate in a 10-day fast from social media and from any other media that bring negative and impure thoughts to your mind. Pray to know which influences to remove during your fast. The effect of your 10-day fast may surprise you. What do you notice after taking a break from perspectives of the world that have been wounding your spirit? Is there a change in where you now want to spend your time and energy? Have any of your priorities shifted just a little? I urge you to record and follow through with each impression.
So this is what I did. I was like, okay. I took the challenge and it was hard. Okay, so why did I take the challenge? Well, I've always wanted to try this to see if I could do it, what was important, or what accounts did I miss on my social media, and what I didn't miss, and see where I was spending my time during the day. A lot of wasted time. Those minutes just scrolling. Maybe it could add up to 10 to 15 minutes, you don't even realize it. So I wanted to see majorly where I was wasting my time in my day. I started on a Monday, and it was hard because my hand immediately goes to the phone, right? And immediately wants to scroll. I already knew that, yeah, I'm a little addicted to my social media. I like my social media, but it helped me to see that, man, it's not just that there's an addiction there to my social media, there's an addiction to my phone, which I already had an idea that I was addicted to my phone, but it became very clear these 10 days that I took the fast. Some of the realizations that I had were, one, yes, addicted to my phone. I realized, wow, what was that impulse to get on my phone and click on the social media? Every time my hand would go grab my phone, I was very aware. And it was if I was stressed about something, it was like an escape. I would go scroll. I was bored, fill the time, if I'm out and about. And I thought, wow, instead of just kind of looking at my surroundings, talking to the people around me, you go to your phone. I want to be more aware. And that was one thing I noticed, that being on social media a lot and being on my phone, that I wasn't aware of my surroundings all the time. And things are going on in the home and I'm not paying attention, and the kids are around because I'm on my phone. It's just so easy to grab it and be so easily distracted. Comparison. Can I just tell you that during this time, I did not have the rambling thoughts of comparing myself to everybody. All the moms that are in my niche, oh, they do it this way, that's cool. And then I start getting down, why aren't I doing it like that? Or comparing myself to the beautiful skinny women that I follow, or the most talented crafters and Pinterest-worthy things. Oh, and that was another thing. The only time I went on Pinterest was to truly find something that I needed for dinner or for the family. I did not do mindless Pinteresting. I definitely compare myself to a lot of people, and I didn't have all that comparison. I didn't have to compare myself those 10 days, and you wanna know what? It was so relieving not to have to compare myself. In fact, I found more creativity and thoughts that came to my mind during those 10 days than any time lately. And it was amazing. And I have a notebook that I have for YouTube, and it's called Thoughts and Ideas. I got it from Walmart. I was writing way more in here than before during the fast. And it was because I didn't have things clouding my mind. I wasn't comparing with everybody. My creativity was open, my mind was opened, and I was able to hear things that were coming to me. So it was pretty amazing. And my goals were clear for what I wanted for me as a mom, a homemaker, a YouTuber. There was just more clarity in that. And definitely my self-confidence was boosted. I was able to go, okay, I can do this. You're smart enough, you're good enough, you know, all those things. Like, my self-confidence did go up by without having all that comparison. Tips if you want to do a social media fast. Jonah gets on Instagram on my phone, and I didn't want to delete it from my phone. So what I did was I moved my Instagram app to the last page. I swiped all the way to the end and put it on the last page of swiping on my phone. That way it wasn't easy to get to. It wasn't on the first page or second page of swiping. And so out of sight, out of mind. So I hid it on my phone. So you can either delete it completely off your phone, so that helps. Replace it with something else. What I realized was that I had more time and I would think about things that I could do other than getting on Instagram. So I have been forever wanting to send out more thank you cards to you guys. I have 2 bins in my bookcase downstairs where I keep all the packages that you send me. Then I get around to making the thank you cards. I sat down on one of those days during the fast at my desk and I wrote out 17 thank you cards. There is time to do the things that you want to do, but what are we filling our time with? And so that was huge for me. That was a huge wake-up call. The time that you have to just do nothing and chill, what are you doing with that time? What are you giving it to the Lord? Are you giving it to your family? Are you giving it to your work? Are you giving it to mindless scrolling and then having those negative thoughts and things come into your mind? So that was a huge wake-up call for me. Okay, after the fast, woohoo! 10 days is over. What did I do? Well, the first thing I did was I got on Instagram. I'm hardly ever on Facebook, so it's not an issue. I went on Instagram and I started deleting people I follow. I love everybody and everyone's so creative and everyone is so talented, but there was just too many people that I follow. So it just takes up time. So I, went through and I was like, oh, this is so hard. I went and removed blogs and just accounts that I do love and that are dear to me, but I'm like, oh, it's just endless scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And so I did have to just bite the bullet and let some go. I'm still not done. Like, I don't even know how many I say goodbye to, but I know I could say goodbye to more. And that's the hard thing, but you love everybody, but it takes up too much time, all that scrolling and watching the Insta stories. It really, those little moments can add up to minutes, to half hours, to hours. I'm also doing this with my subscriptions on YouTube as well. And if it also helps, find a time in your day where you say, okay, this 20 minutes, I'm gonna set an alarm on my phone, and this 20 minutes I'm putting towards just scrolling. Because it's okay to do mindless scrolling, but be aware of the time. Maybe put yourself on a time restriction and say, only this 20 minutes or even 5 minutes I'm gonna put towards social media and looking and reading. And be aware of who you're looking at. I challenge you to take the 10-day social media fast. What accounts do you follow that maybe aren't bringing you joy, that are maybe hurting you in a way that you didn't even realize? Just see, and then replace it with something. And you'll be amazed. It's hard at first because you will see, I'm very addicted, but it is worth it. Us women have a lot of love and time on our hands, and let's put it towards helping one another, loving one another, and let's kick out the ugly that we seem to follow and pop up on our phone that can really bog us and weigh us down. So I don't know, I challenge you, even if it's like a 2-day fast, give it a try. And notice the feelings that come to you and the impressions that come to you. It was really good. It was hard, but it was really good. And you wanna know what? Like, not even like I would say the 3rd day in, I was okay. And I didn't miss it. It was amazing, because I thought in the beginning it'd be a long 10 days. It wasn't. And I don't miss it, and I don't get on as much right now either. All right, that was my experience with the 10-day social media fast. I hope you give it a try and let me know what you think. If you went through it as well, what impressions came to you. All right, leave your comments down below. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and be part of our family. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.